Friendly glide bomber incoming.
I've got your intel.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Hardpoint activated. Contact at the hardpoint.
Yo, what's up all you sweaty nerds? My name is Cruxel, and today I have the sauce on how to hit every aerial streak that you see in Call of Duty Vanguard. Well, not every aerial streak, but every spy plane and counter spy plane that is, and that's most of them in the air anyways. I'm sure the other ones you can hit, but this guide I'm showing you is going to make you a grinding monster when it comes to rocket launchers. That's right, we're only 3 days, I believe, into this game cycle, and I already have 2 of the launchers gold using this method. It is absolutely crazy. So if this helps you, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe. But without any further ado, let's get into it, and I'm going to show you how to do this every single time one is called in. So first off, we're going to talk about the class here. The beauty of these launchers, and the reason I think you should be trying to get them out of the way right now, is you can use it as a secondary, slap it on, and it does not need to be leveled up, which the leveling is the one thing holding a lot of people back when it comes to this grind in Call of Duty Vanguard. The main thing you need to focus on is that you have a lethal, like a Gannon bomb or a thermite or a Molotov, that you can throw very quickly to kill yourself when you miss these shots, because that is a part of the process. And engineer. Engineer is huge here because this is going to show you where the planes are. It can be a little bit confusing when you're first getting started, but that's definitely going to help you out quite a bit. And then obviously the launcher itself. So that is all you need for the class. There's no other prerequisites for this. And now I'm going to skip over to some game footage to show you exactly how to hit these in the air. So first things first, when you get into game, you're going to want to be mentally prepared for what you're doing. Basically, you want to be focused on that annoying ass announcer voice that keeps popping up that you usually block out. But this is what's going to be telling you when there's an enemy recon, as well as in the top right of the screen, there is going to be a notification saying that an enemy called in a spy plane. You need to be keen on this because it is very important that you're focusing on getting 3 in a game, obviously. So as soon as you see one get called in the right-hand corner, I want you to be scanning the skies. It does come from the side of the map, often behind some mountain passes or other buildings. You basically just want to 360 scan around until you see that little red dot, and that is obviously the plane. And now you have time to let off a couple shots that you sometimes will hit, which is where you're basically just giving Hail Marys and shooting for the plane. But this is not the part where you hit it 100% of the time. This is just to get really speedy, especially if you have other people in the lobby that are grinding launchers right now, trying to hit the same planes that you are, because, you know, it's pretty dry out here. People just aren't calling in spy planes, especially when you need to do this challenge. But anyways, when one gets called in, you go for those 2 shots, and as soon as those 2 shots are rung out, you don't even need to wait to see if it hits it. Shoot it, and then throw a grenade down to the ground and kill yourself. This gives you access to a full new round of rockets, which is 2 more rockets, I believe. There is a chance that you will hit it obviously here, but that's very hard. Here, this next step is where you can pretty much 100% of the time hit these planes, and it's super easy. So what the plane's going to do about 10 to 12 seconds after being called in, as it's going above overhead, is turn. So it's going to be looking like this in the air, and it will kind of thin out, and it'll slow down very much when it turns. That's how you know. And it'll look more like this in the air, a lot thinner. And as soon as that happens, you want to be tracing the movement and follow the exact line the plane is in. And as soon as you see it turn and kind of slow down like that, go forward about, I would say, 1 inch on your monitor, half an inch to 1 inch. You kind of have to play with this for a second, but once you get it locked in, it is so easy. And as soon as you see it slow down, shoot it ahead, and it will hit it pretty much 100% of the time. As you can see in this footage, I got so confident towards the end of this. I was literally like memeing and like saluting at the rockets as I was sending them off, because I knew it was going to hit. Now, the difficulty with this is you might have people on your team that are shooting them faster than you, and at that point, you just have to go for those Hail Marys, but that really is not going to be happening that often. And I don't think many people are conscious of the rockets yet. They're trying to play the other fun guns, so this is a good time to be grinding these launchers because not as many people are doing them. As I said in the intro, I have 2 launchers gold already, and they both took me less than a day each. Now, when it comes to these 3 enemy kill streaks in one game, this counts for aerial and floor, but to be honest, you're not going to see much floor streaks. You might see a Goliath, and that takes more than 1 hit to kill, and you might see some dogs, which do count, but that is rare. So you're going to be going for these UAVs and counter UAVs. Counter UAVs do the slowdown as well, well, and they are a bigger target, but they move a lot slower and they're a little bit harder to get used to because you don't see them as often. So it's the same strategy, wait for it to slow down and kind of tilt in the air, and then once you see that happen, boom, go ahead about an inch on your screen. You want to be, by the way, parallel with this thing. You don't want to be directly under it. That is when you have a very difficult time. If you're finding yourself looking up and having to like look forward to shoot it, that means you're just taking a wrong angle and it's directly above you. You want to be kind of sideways from the plane, and that way you can see it turn and you see it slow down, and the trajectory is insanely easy to memorize. I'm showing a bunch of clips here, I'm sure, as I'm talking, because I've just been recording a metric ton of clips of me doing this, and you can get these 30 games easy. Now, I don't recommend this because you might as well stick throughout the game and get your match XP, but if you're wanting to super grind this, you can leave the game as soon as that third one is hit. You just have to make sure you were counting correctly and you actually did get all three, or else you kind of wasted the game. But as soon as you get that third one, you could technically back out and just join another game. It's a blitz game, it'll get filled back in anyways. It's not like you're playing a CS game and people are like really depending on you. You can do that. That's what I did for this second launcher, and it went by super fast. So this was probably a little bit longer than it needed to be, but I just wanted to make sure I explained it to you guys well, because this is a strategy that you should be using, and you will get your launchers over with so quickly before you're probably even done with a gold or a couple golds of your main guns. And that's the beauty of this. Like I said, you can do this alongside any of your other grinding, and it is just very efficient, especially in this phase of the game where it's so new and people don't really know how this stuff works unless you're an OG like me and you make a video on it, or you're an OG like you and you watch a video on it. Thank you, by the way, for watching this far. But yeah, you guys can expect a Road to Atomic episode on these two launchers where I will go in depth on the other challenges as well and give you tips on those. I just wanted to really go in depth on this aerial streak thing and show you how to consistently hit these so that you're not just like in matches crying like I was in the beginning trying to figure this out. You're kind of wasting your time shooting it before it turns, but if you want to go for those lucky ones, you often can hit it once you get good with the launcher. It's just a lot more random. Once it does turn in the air, however, and no one else is shooting at it, it's pretty much free range there. Boom, you got some easy camos and some easy golds out of the way. So if you enjoyed this one or it helped you, make sure you drop a like and subscribe and hit the bell to see all of my upcoming Call of Duty Vanguard content. I'm doing a Road to Atomic. As you can see, it is absolutely a beautiful multiplayer experience. I can't really say the same for zombies, but you know, we'll go past that for now. This is a multiplayer channel after all. So yeah, thanks for watching until the very end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, chodes.